there. We've got a good connection there. And how are we here? Let's see. Waiting for video from the service. Boy, that thing is specific. Boy, that thing is so specific. But it's working. I see the live thing. All right. So strange. All right, let's activate this. And waiting. Come on. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Okay, so is it working or is it not working? Why am I not seeing anything? Boy, I had this all set up. I really did. I had this thing set up. And there it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hold on. I think we're good. Let me do a refresh on this. Refresh. I think it will work. There it is. Okay, just a little bit of a delay. All right, activate. Okay, wait. There it is. Hit live chat. Activate. All right, let's do a test. So now we'll say test 1. All right, did that show up on the stream? Oh, I have to load the thing first. That's my fault. I have to actually load the stream thing first. All right, hold on. Social stream. Dashboard. Done. Where is it? Why don't I see it? Why? Where is it? Oh, wait a minute. It's vanished. Where is it? Okay, it's moved it somewhere. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's not visible. Why is it not visible? I have no explanation for this. Oh, I know why. I know why. Got it. Yep, that's my fault. I figured it out. I forgot to hit the button that started it. Okay. 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 No, that's okay. Test 2. All right, let's see if that shows up. It does. Excellent. Okay. All right. All right. You know what? Not bad. Not bad. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay. You know what? I'm okay with that. Oh, I have to turn this off, don't I? There we go. All right, let's rotate that. Come on. Okay. We're not rotating now? Oh, I see why. That's my fault. See, I got so far ahead of myself that then I screwed myself up by not actually... Oh, man, I tell you. Oh, yeah. It's fun. It's fun stuff. I guess I'll do a test 2 on this really quick. Test 3. I don't even care what I'm typing. As long as it shows up, it doesn't matter. Test 3. Okay, good. They both show up. All right, so we're good. I can close this. And I just need to hit enter. All right. Okay. I did. Enter, enter, enter. And where did I? Whoa. Oh, wrong one. Yep. Okay, good. Close this. All right. Instagram takes forever to post anything. Oh, yeah, there's my alerts. So that's good. So that means that's working. We can hit post there. I can switch over to here. I can hit post there. And I am officially ready to go. I've said this, I think, probably every other stream. It remains true. It is astonishing how much you do to prepare, and it's still just never... There's always some reason why something doesn't quite work. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. I just know that it is. But that's okay. We're here now. It's a nice day. Shockingly not all that hot, I'm happy to say. So let's go ahead and get going here. We got everything, right? Yep, windows on. We're good. Okay, let's get into it. So, doing our zombie lady here. And what we're going to do is, we got to do a different color here. That is purple, or whatever this ends up being, but not quite this purple. So let's go ahead and just grab our paintbrush and bang. We need this to be a slightly darker color, but not a ton darker. So maybe 45 is a good one. Okay. Oh, man, of course. I think I have to sneeze. I'm going to mute the mic really quick. Woo! Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm fine with the coughing, or sorry, sneezing over the yawning. If that's how it's going to be now, if it's going to be I'm going to sneeze every time I start a stream, you know what? That's a trade-off I'm willing to make. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. I don't know. All right. I just have to keep a kind of a close side eye on my dog because she had a little cut on her foot. Nothing serious, fortunately. Not a big deal. But I just have to keep an eye on her and make sure she's not licking it because it's not a big deal, but you don't want them to lick their foot because that will make it a big deal. So, all right, so whoop, okay. Let's put some shading in here. I don't have to do anything too intricate. Oh, sorry. That's because there was something on my screen and I went to brush it off and I moved the whole, come on, get off my screen. There we are. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna do some detail. What is this thing? Jeez. Nothing drives me crazier than just a little something on the screen that I can't get off. Just enough to bug you. You ever something like that? Sure you have. Just some little thing that's just enough. Because it's not even that there's something on the screen. I don't really care about that. But my eye keeps getting drawn to it because I think, oh, it's a mistake. It's a line that or a mark I made that I didn't mean to make. And so if I leave it there, I keep catching it out of the corner of my eye and thinking it's a mistake. And it's not. It's just a little piece of, I don't know, lint or something that got on the screen. But nonetheless, I don't want to leave it there. So, all right, let's do this. I want this to... Sorry, I'm just watching my dog. Okay. Just making sure she's not licking that little scab now. Yeah. Noticed it last week, and at first it looked like it had to hurt. But she really didn't show any signs of it bothering her, to be honest. And sent the picture of it to my vet and just said, hey, is this something we should really worry about? And he said, no, it doesn't look that bad. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure she doesn't lick it. Should be fine. I'm pretty sure I know how it happened, which I feel bad about. We were walking last week, and I didn't see that somebody had thrown a bottle on the road and broken a bottle because people are idiots, and I tried to have her avoid it. And my suspicion is she probably caught a little piece of glass on her foot, and that's what caused it. Which, don't get me wrong, there was way more glass. It could have been far worse. But, you know what? I'm going to take my cleaning cloth, actually, for my glasses. Let's just use that. Just give the screen a good, quick cleaning. There we go. Since I didn't touch it with my finger, it didn't go crazy. So that's good. But yeah, so I think that's where it happened, which makes me feel really bad because if I had seen it, I would have made sure that we avoided it, but I didn't notice it till we were right on top of it. And I tried to avoid it as much as I could. And I actually went out there and swept up all the glass because I know people around here walk their dogs. And I don't want anybody else's dog to get their foot caught. So I did go clean it, but must have been just a little piece of it somewhere. Because it looks like a cut. I mean, it looked. It doesn't now because it's scabbed over, but it looked like a cut. So I'm relatively sure that's what it was. But fortunately, it wasn't anything too serious. So we did not go to her physical therapy appointment this week, but that's okay. Honestly, she really probably doesn't need to go anymore, but I'm going to finish out it's kind of like when people, if you've ever had to take antibiotics, the doctor will tell you, take the antibiotics all the way through, even if you start feeling better. And a lot of people won't do that, and then they start to feel worse. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, you know what? She probably doesn't need this anymore, but I don't mind having people looking at her and making sure I'm not missing anything. And also, there's no harm to it. It's just exercise for her, and that's good for her. So why not just finish out the round of it, and then she'll be done. So we took a week off from that, which, no big deal. Like I said, if she was having problems, I would have felt worse about missing something, but don't really. It's perfectly okay. Don't think we missed much. Okay, so let me think about how the light would hit this. It would probably kind of round around like this and come down. Yeah. So we'll do something like that. Well, that was too much. I gotta have it end about where that is. I don't really need to, but I'm going to. Okay, so we'll just chop that down. I heard that. That was a burp. I heard that, madam. Not very ladylike, but then again, I don't care. So, don't worry about it. That's perfectly fine. Actually, what I'll do is think about this for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and crescent this. And then I will just do something like that. And that. And okay. Bring that up. Slice that in. There we are. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of color in here. I'm not worrying about going outside the lines too much because I'll get it. So that will be the interior here. This we can go right to the edge with, and I'll clean it up in a second. There we are. Yep, okay. And this I'm not worrying about, you know. Actually, I think I do have shadow lines, don't I? I think I do have shadow lines somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't. See, I did, oh, unless I might have blocked it. Hold on. There it is. Oh, there's the... Well, you know what? I got them pretty well. Not bad. Well. Yeah, that's also from when the woman had lips and everything, so it's a little different, but not bad. I mean, it's not that far off. Okay. Okay. That's good. No, that's not bad. Now, I am okay with how this is looking, so we're good. We're good. And let's go back to that middle. There we are. And switch back to here. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we probably want to have a bit of a line going like that into there. Well, not like that. There we are. Have that go right to the edge. And as it turns out, a bit beyond, but I'll clean that up. So again, I'm not worrying about that too much. And we'll have this kind of come down like that. Something like that. Oh. Air conditioner just turned itself off. Which I am enjoying the fact that it is cooling off faster. Had the windows open. Actually aired the place out a little bit today. Nothing smells bad, but it's just good every once in a while to open the windows and get some fresh air in. So it was nice to just have the windows open and hear the birds singing. You know, and the occasional idiot going too fast down the road, but that's all the time. So that's really that's not even a seasonal thing. That's just how it is, kind of everywhere. Relax, cutie. It was just a car. Don't worry, you're fine. It's just a car. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. There we go. Fill that little space in. Alright. Okay. Alright. Round this out. Alright. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Now we're going to need some... Oh, we're going to clean that up first. Let me clean this up. Hold on a minute. Okay. Yep. And... Just thinking. Just thinking how I want to do this. I think what I'm going to do is something like this, where that goes there. Obviously, I'm going to have to put... Actually, yeah, let me do that first. These lines aren't quite where they need to be. There they are. These lines are bad. We're taking them out. Not good. Not how I want them. Oh, I guess because I moved this, it de-crispified the lines. Well, that's easy enough. I can just go over... Actually, no, don't do that. What I'm going to do is... It's these, right? Okay, let's zoom that down a little bit. Let's redo these lines because they're not very... Because they're the same size, right? Oh, maybe they're not. Hold on, maybe that's why. Hold on. No, they're the same. Actually, I should check. Maybe they're not all... They might not all be decrispified. Let's take a look. Well, they kind of are. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was just that one. Yeah, see how much less crisp that line is? It's strange, isn't it? Shouldn't be that. Yeah, I think because I moved it, it chunked the lines. I think that's what happened, is because like if you go up here, see how crisp those lines are? Yeah, that's my suspicion. See how crisp those lines are, and those are like little... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Hey, Timber Dragon, welcome to the stream, and your message is showing up. So, amazingly, I have the chat working correctly. That's a minor miracle. Not so minor miracle, really. Let's go ahead and clear this out, and we'll just do it here. So let's follow that there. I'm gonna bring this down. Whoops. Turn it a little short. Do something like that. Wrap this around like that, and come around here. Put a little bit of a line around this. That should be fine for the dark area. Okay. All right. So we want to have this darkened in. Follow that like that. We'll clean that up in a minute. Have that come down here. Wrap around. Come on in there. I'm not worried. I'm going over the lines. It's fine. Clean it up in a second. Just getting the actual color filled in here. Okay, and there we are. Let's clean this up so it's not over too far over the lines. A little bit over is okay, but I don't want it to be too far over. And let's just make that nice and sharp. There we are. I don't care if it's the middle of September, but it feels like Halloween. Yeah, well, you know what? Most stores and everything are putting that stuff out, so I think most people feel the same way, because September is not really a, there's Labor Day and stuff like that, but it doesn't have big, we're getting towards the big holidays now. So if you think about the next 3 months, you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas or whatever you celebrate in that particular month. So you have a lot of stuff coming up. And September just feels like a weird month because it's it's the end of summer. Summer basically ends in August. Then you jump to September, and it's sort of fall, but not really, depending on where you are. And like I said, there's no real holidays, not the big holidays. And then you start gearing up for the real holidays. So yeah, I understand that. I understand why people feel that way. I don't have any problem with it. Why not start Halloween early? It's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I know some people get really annoyed by it because they're like, oh, the stores just jump straight from summer to Halloween. And I get that. The stores do just make instant holidays now. It's like there is a value in having a little bit of breathing room between things so that you can get ready and ramp up. But at the same time, I love the fall. The fall's probably... Fall and winter are my favorite times of year. in general because the weather cools off. The only bad thing is losing light. I do like how long the days are in the summer, but of course that's why it's so hot. But I would like it to be light later. I would like it to be light until about 8 o'clock. That to me is kind of the perfect, you know, sunrise around 6:30, sunset at 8. That would be great. If I could just have that all year, I'd be pretty happy. That's kind of a good, it's a good ratio for me. I like it. But that's not how things work. So while I might like that, I'm sure other people wouldn't. But that would work very well for me. Still, yeah, I'm kind of happy we're into the fall now. Let's see. Well, let's take a look. So what is that? So we've got, orange TV face, a cat in a box. I don't know what the purple thing is. What's the purple thing? I can't tell. A monkey? Is that a monkey? Then 2 loading windows. What look like windows loading timers. And then a orange surrounded by purple halos. Or a planet. That might be a planet. And heart hands. I get the last one. I got that one. Oh yeah, and it does tell me over here. It actually says, here's the descriptions that Streamlabs uses. Face orange TV shape. Well, there you go. Chill WCAT. I don't know what the W is for. Oops. I don't know what that is. Buffering. Yep, that's the loading things. And then planet. Oh, planet orange purple ring. Okay, so I got that one right. Hands yellow, heart red. Yeah, okay. Those make sense. Those all make sense. I got most of them right. The only one is, well, it was a planet. Well, I thought it was an orange at first, and I don't know what the W in Chill WCAT is, but that's okay. It's still a cat. I could tell it was a cat. Looks like a cat in a box. Like a Schrodinger's cat. But I seriously doubt that it's a Schrodinger's cat emoji. That would be interesting, but I don't know that most people even know what that is. So, I doubt it's that. Alright, let's do some lines here. Just kind of accent lines, nothing too heavy. Just do a little bit of something like that, Okay. Do a little bit of this to emphasize some stretching. Do that. Okay, so now we need to take this color again. Come on down here. And my jaw just popped. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Hopefully not, because I know some people get really freaked out by the sounds of like bones popping. I don't. That's never bothered me. People cracking their knuckles, stuff like that. That sound has never... I know some people get really, really antsy about that sound. They don't like it. Never has bothered me. I've always been like, yeah, okay. Doesn't, you know. Let's see. I dare you to read the descriptions of these. Okay. So wait, before I read them, hold on. I'm blocking where I can see it. So I can't tell what the first 2 things are. Or the third one. The fourth one's a YouTube symbol. Then it's a smiling face. Waving, maybe? I can't tell what the hand's doing. Kiwi, steak. Is that a blue eyeball? All right, let's see. Here we go. The first one is 2 people, social distancing. Okay, social distancing, yeah. Wash hands. Oh, that's what I see it now. Yeah. Okay, wash hands. Got it. I'll be honest with you. We really should have been washing our hands before the pandemic. Let's be honest. I mean, people touch all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Stay home. That's what the YouTube one is. Stay home. Oh, what? Stay home and watch YouTube? Okay. Oh, that's probably, okay, good vibes, got it. And then the other one's just, there's no description for the last 3, it just shows what looks like a kiwi, a steak. And I don't know what the last thing is. I really can't tell what that is. I mean, it does look like an eyeball, or almost like a jawbreaker cut in half. So, hey, I had no problem reading the description for those. There was nothing wrong with those. Unless the descriptions I saw aren't what you're seeing. But the descriptions were pretty tame, so I have no issue reading those. I have no problem reading those. I have no problem with what they're showing. None at all. Okay, let's do some more here. All right, so we'll do this. This is just shadow from the torn skin. Okay. We do want to have an erase there because that should be stretched. So we'll do that. Okay. Pick up here with the rest of it. All right. And I mean, I'm assuming YouTube doesn't even let you do emojis that are all that, I don't know, possibly offensive. They don't let you put much on there that anybody might object to. So I would figure that the emojis are probably pretty safe. Would be my guess. I don't say that as a complaint. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not some of these people who want to say that the web is censoring them from saying anything. I don't believe that's true. But we won't get started on that subject because that'll go in some really bad directions. So I'll just leave it at that. That when people say YouTube is, I mean, don't get me wrong, YouTube does have a content ID problem, but I don't think what the people who generally complain about YouTube censorship stuff aren't actually the ones that are, okay, let's see. Why is this entertaining? Oh, you know what? There were no descriptions for those, so I'm going to guess these. First one is a hand with a pen. Then I have no idea what the second one is. I have no idea what that is. Then it looks like a person coughing, maybe, or yelling, or speaking. There's like word stuff coming out, or a baby, if that's a pacifier. Then it's a tooth, and then it's a woman with orange hair, or a person with orange hair. I can't tell. I can't tell if that's supposed to be lipstick for lips or just regular lips, so I can't tell. Hey, listen, emojis are fun. If they were not fun, Apple wouldn't have done all that work to give people the animated memoji things. So obviously, people enjoy looking at this stuff. Hold on a minute. Aggie, what are you doing? Okay, no, she's not looking at phone. I thought she was in. Jitters! I am well. Thank you for asking. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing all right. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. Everything is working. Everybody is relatively healthy. And those are the only things I really ask for, honestly. As long as I got those things happening, then things are going all right. So, things are going all right. Actually, I shouldn't even say it like that. I have some... Things are going very well, potentially. I have some podcast guests lined up for the show that I've been trying to get forever, and finally all the schedules are lining up. It is kind of funny. I send out these things to people. I don't hear anything for a long time, and then suddenly everybody is like, oh yeah, I'm available this week. So I'm doing a bunch of rapid fire shows all in pretty close proximity. That's great, man. That's what you should do as the week's winding down. Just relax. Just relax. Why not? So yeah, wait, what is today's date? Not next week, week after. Week after, I will be doing a couple of, sorry about the yawn. I did pretty well up to this point. I got almost 30 minutes without yawning. And one of my first live live stream, show my friend's new puppy. Well, that's a good thing to live stream. I like puppies, so that's a great thing to live stream. I mean, you can't go wrong putting a new puppy on a live stream. You're just going to have a good time. Puppies are great. They're a lot of work. But they're great. You get them to a certain point, and they just, especially when they're really, really young. Oh yeah, thanks. Sorry, I didn't realize I hadn't zoomed out in a while. Yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment. I'll let you look at that for a minute as I get a quick drink of water here. Yeah, puppies are a lot of fun. You know, when they're really young, they ball of energy for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and they sleep for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It is the strangest thing. I think that's pretty common with babies of any type of Human babies, animal babies, all the same. It's like when they're real, real young, it's like this hit and miss energy thing that keeps going back and forth. Oh, thanks, Jitters. You know, I try. I have the same problem a lot of artists have where when I'm looking at something, I often just see a lot of the flaws and it takes some work to see the good stuff in it. But, you know, part of the reason I like to do this stream is, you know, anybody can do stuff creatively. Anybody can be creative if they want to. It's not a skill that only certain people have. Everybody can be creative in some way. Can you tell me the description of these? All right. Well, you know, there's no description showing up anymore. So I don't know. It's weird. Only the first two that you put had descriptions, but what it looks like is that first one's interesting. There could be a paper towel roll. It could be a degree. It could be a rag. Then it's magnifying glass. What looks like maybe a Chinese paper lantern, gravestone, bathtub, and paperclip. This is actually a very good test of how bad my eyesight is. So, nice to know. It's not really gotten any better. All right, let's do some lines coming off of here. Actually, one of my eyes did supposedly get better this year, which I was astonished by. I guess that can happen. It doesn't usually with me, but I won't complain. My one eye is just so much worse than the other one. That's just how it is. It's been that way for quite a while. Nothing I can do about it. Your eyes are what your eyes are. Well, Jitters, I don't know if it's supposed to be a murder mystery or if it's just the fun of me trying to figure out what things are. Timber Dragon would have to answer you on that one. I just look at it as, oh, more evidence that I am not young. And I can't see anything. You know what? Let's take a look. How about we do... You know what? We should put some lines inside of here. Oh, wait a minute. I noticed a mistake. What is that? Where is that coming from? Either I just happened to miss a color, which could be. That might just be the color was missed. Hold on, let's see. Yep, just missed the color. Got it. I thought I maybe hit the wrong layer. Yeah, it's one of those things. I've had bad eyesight for so long that I've just kind of accepted it. Every so often I'll take my glasses off and I'll just look around with what I consider my real eyes and just like, I can't see anything. You know, that's something. But I've had bad eyesight for so long. Some people have bad eyesight, some people... I don't think anybody else in my family has eyes quite as bad as mine. Go figure. Sometimes you just get unlucky that way. It does happen. I don't know of anybody else whose eyesight is as bad as mine in my family. If they do, I don't know about it. Let's put it like that. So I'm going to go ahead... Oh, you know what? I did make a mistake right there. I just noticed it. Right there, yeah. This should not be purple. This should be a bone color right there, a dark one. So we'll get that in a second. See what I mean? Anybody can be an artist, because anybody can screw that up. We'll do the ultra dark on that. Who needs working eyes when you can have snazzy glasses? Whoa! Okay, hold on. Oh, I know what those are. Yeah, okay, that's kind of easy because I know the zodiac symbol, or the horoscope. Wow, the interesting part, though, is it's showing up with different colors on the stream chat window, but inside of Streamlabs, they're all the same color of purple. They're basically all the same as the Aquarius symbol. That's... Maggie, leave it. She was going for it that time, so I had to tell her, nope, don't touch that. Don't mess with that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I recognize the Aquarius symbol. I think Timber will tell you that it's just fun to post emojis. Which is fine. I have no issue with it. I said, post as many as you want. Doesn't bother me even a little bit. Zodiac signs. Okay, so what I need to do now is a little bit of shading on the teeth. So let's go ahead and do a layer here. Let's grab the... Oh, it just froze. I saw it. I caught it this time. I caught it pretty early this time. Amazingly. So I got it. Okay. All right, there we go. I caught it. Okay. So let's do a dot. Let's check this. Let's bring that down just a bit. There we go. Okay, let's sample that color. Nuke that out. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit of shading on the teeth. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate this so I can have it be a little bit more individualized. So turn that off. You'll see what I mean in a second. Because I don't know that these are all going to follow the exact same lines. So let's clean these edges up. Hello, Gotcha Blocks. Jitters, thank you for staying by. Thank you for stopping by. Stay hydrated is very good information. In fact, I'm going to do exactly that and get a drink of water. But thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Gotcha Blocks, sorry. Gotcha Blocks. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I'll give you a look at what I'm working on, which is this zombie head. I'll let you look at that for a second. Because I'm just going to lean back and stretch my arms a little bit. 36 minutes. Probably for an hour stream tonight, just as an FYI. I know I usually say that earlier on, but I'm going to aim for an hour. The usual. Hour's probably good. See what we can get done in that time. I got some ideas on the inner part of the eyeball over here. This eye is going to get some work in a second. But let me finish what I'm doing on these teeth. Just so I can get this wrapped up. I don't want to forget about it. So get that shading cleaned there. Now let's turn that one off. Turn this one back on. We're going to clean this one up. There we are. And here we are. Clean those edges up. Okay. And just check. Okay, now we'll turn the other one back on. There we are. So we got a little bit of shading on the teeth. Let's knock that down. We're going to do another layer. Now we're going to do the bottom teeth here. Same idea, basically. Oops. There we go. So we'll just do that. We'll have that come in there. Do that. Do that. Yeah, that's okay. We can leave that. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's clean those up really quick. Okay. All right. Oh, missed a little spot. There we go. Missed filling in a little spot, not erasing. That. Clean that. Let's get that. That. A lot of that. There we are. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Foop. Foop. All right, so now we need to do one more layer. Star S. Oh, let's see. Guess the emojis. Well, I'm not getting descriptions anymore, so let's see. Well, the first one, I think they call that a fleur-de-lis. There's a word for what that thing is. I've always seen it referred to as a fleur-de-lis, but it could be something else. There's a trident. Is that a bomb exploding? Pirate flag with a skull and crossbones. The next one just looks like a square, like either a Polaroid or just a square, or a computer screen, but it would be an old like 4x3 one. Then you've got no cell phones, and that's it. I don't know if I guessed them correctly, but that's what they look like to me. That's what they look like to old eyes. Oh, you know, I realized I should have turned this one off. There we are. Actually, did I? Yeah, I didn't. So I'll do that. I missed a couple spots on these. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this on, but I'm going to fade it way back so I can just barely see it. That'll tell me where I need to be. Yep. Okay. 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 There we are. So we'll bring this back up to full, turn it off, erase this. Oh, I see you were saying emojis. Got it. I didn't know what the star S meant, but just figured it out. Took me a second, but I got there. Eventually. Eventually is a strange word to me because the way you normally say it is eventually, which makes it sound like it should have an I, eventually. But it's not. It's eventually. I don't know if anybody else gets hung up on weird stuff like that, but I do occasionally sit there and go, well, it shouldn't sound like that. Doesn't matter. I understand how to spell it. It's fine. I'm not going to ever misspell it, but it doesn't sound right, is all I'm saying. Okay. All right. So then we can go ahead and merge these down, and then we can merge these together because they're basically the same type of thing. So we got some shading on the teeth. That's good. So let's see. All right, here. I'm going to play with some effects brushes now. So let's grab this red. Where's the eyeball? There it is. All right, so where did I put those tendrils? There they are. So let's go ahead and go under those. Now I'm gonna look at my effects brushes down here. Let's go all the way to the top. No, not dots. No. No. Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's see. Geez, is that, I guess, is that a pair of glasses? I can't tell what the first one is. Copyright symbol. That blue one could be anything. I mean, I would call it a directional pad, and then it looks like hedgehog or rat or gerbil or hamster, yo-yo, and I have no idea what the last one is. So I would say I probably got some of them, but I definitely didn't get all of them. Let's see. I'm looking for something that's like a kind of a glowing. No, not glowing is the wrong word for it. I'll know it when I see it. Something like this. Let's see here. What will that look like? Wow, that's way too big. Wow, that's interesting though. Huh. That's interesting. What does this one look like? All right, that one you can't really shape. All right, go back to the plasma beams. Hold on a minute. Yeah, okay, hold on. That's interesting to me. Follow that around. Something like that. I got 3? Well, good. That's great. Okay, I put that on its own layer. That's good. I don't know if I want it to be red, but I kind of like that. Just want to see. Ooh, that might work. Now the question is, do I want to blur it? Let's see. Kind of think I do. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm getting all this stuff out. Okay. Let's erase that. All right, all right. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Looks like a car. Wow. Oh, that might be a tram. That might be like a little tram car on a line. The middle one just looks white. I can't even see anything in it. Then it looks like a jar, a pot, and maybe a trash basket. That's my guess. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Not the same thing, but something similar inside. So I should do it there. On the inner eye, again, just following this around. Make that a circle. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Let's see. Kind of thinking something like that. Okay. I think I'm not going to blur that one. Kind of like that. I think I'm going to leave that there. What I am going to try, though... Actually, no. I'm not, I had one thought, but I just realized I don't want to do that. So let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's get a regular brush. Or really, let's get an airbrush. That, how big is that? That's pretty big. Let's see. There's smaller brushes. Let me try a... Let's do the soft airbrush. That's a better. Okay, let's push that up. Okay, maybe... Well, wait, let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Bring it down to like 5. Okay. I mean, it's not going to really matter. So let's get this color. All right, let's do a quick this. And let's punch that brightness down just a... Oops, brightness. There we are. Let's bring it down to 45. Let's drain the saturation out of it a bit. So 25. There we are. Let's sample that color. Let's erase that. Now I'm on the right layer. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Just going to follow this line in a big arc like that. Oh, actually, I want this inside, not outside, like that. Okay. And then we'll do a blur on that. We'll blur that pretty... Wow. When it blurs, you can't really see it. It's a cup of milk. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, old Max used to have a trash bin that kind of looked like that, so... But yes, I can see a cup of milk now that you say that. Yeah. Well, it is pretty small on my screen, I gotta admit. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that as my excuse. But yeah, my eyes suck. So yeah, I'm not shocked I got that wrong. It's a cup of milk. Well, not to me, it's not. To me, it looks like a trash bin. But like I said, not the sharpest pair of eyes at work here, so not really surprised I blew that one. Not really. Okay. Kind of like that. Gives the eye a little bit of roundness to it. Yep. Okay, now let's get that little brush. Or sorry, that little pen. There we are. And let's try this. Let's see what we want to do in here. Okay, is this an empty layer? No, it's not. Okay, so we'll do a new layer. I've done this before, and I've kind of liked how it's looked. So where if I have an interior of something, I'm just going to give it like this topographical trace thing happening. Okay, good. Screen didn't freeze. That's a good sign. Just go along with this. Just to give it some bit of texture to it. Come up like that. And come up like this. Hold on, I just felt like a weird surface on my screen. Okay, no I didn't. Okay. Thought I felt like a weird area on the screen, but I was incorrect. Okay. So we'll do that. I am extremely nearsighted. Most people, as they get older, they lose their far vision, but nope. I can see, if you were to hold your arm out straight from your body, I can see to about the middle of my elbow. Then it starts getting blurry. In other words, if I take my glasses off right now, which I just did, I could barely, and I'm sitting about, I would say 2.5 to 3 feet from my screen. I can barely, if I squint, make out the big text across the top of the screen, those 3 addresses. That's about it. Everything else is doubled or tripled and just goes into blurry nothingness. So, yep. Very nearsighted. Yeah. Middle of my elbow. That's as far as I can see. Well, welcome to the club. We'd have jackets, except nobody can see well enough to make any. So, yeah. You know, like I said, I'm used to it. I've been nearsighted for so long, I don't even really think about it. It's just something. Oh, I forgot on the pen. It's just something that you live with after a while, and it's just, you know. Someday, if it gets bad enough, I might have some kind of eye surgery for it, but, you know, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not going to say I'm happy about it. I don't think anybody's. I think most people, if they could, would prefer to have perfect sight or almost perfect sight. 20/20 would be nice. I won't lie and say it wouldn't. But at the same time, I put it into the same category I put a lot of other things like this, which is there are far worse things that could have happened to me than being nearsighted. I could have been far sicker when I was younger. You know, lots of things. There's lots of things that are worse than having bad eyesight. So I don't complain about it too much. It's just what it is. Unfortunately, again, unlike a lot of things in life, this is a zombified lady. Alondra, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm, along with everybody else, just jumping straight into the Halloween season, even though it's September. So I've got a couple of zombie heads that I'm working on. This is the one I started off on. The other one I'll show you is this one. That one's got a lot more work ahead of it. I've really just got the pencil lines in on that one, so that one's a little bit further off. So we're going on this one here. This is the one we're currently working on, and I'm just doing some interior line work on this eye socket. And talking about the fact that I'm very, very, very nearsighted. So yeah, I mean, it's nearsighted vision problems, when they're kind of the common ones, at least they're easy to fix. You know, you can get glasses, you can get contacts. Whoops. So, not the biggest deal in the world. But, yeah, I mean, it's just like anything. Just like anything. Not something I think most people would want. It's just what it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just a zombified... I actually started this thing a long time ago. Did the basic kind of sketches on it, and then let it sit because other stuff kind of came up. I was working on other things. But I thought, well, you know, now we're getting into the fall, and I've had these images in their basic form sitting here for a while. I might as well actually get to them at some point. Because why not? I like the sketches. I did them. Storms? Wow, well, in California, we haven't had a storm. I mean, California doesn't get storm. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. In Northern California, unless you're up in the mountains or something like that, we generally don't get many storms. There were storms a lot when I was younger. When I lived in New York, we got some great thunderstorms and electrical storms, which I really do miss now. I miss kind of hearing thunder. Almost never hear thunder. Lightning is even less. I mean, I'm not going to say it never happens here, but it's very rare, at least, like I said, in Northern California. You really don't get the kind of big thunderstorms I remember when I was a kid. You know, we would get these torrential thundering. I mean, it was great. I used to sleep so well to thunder. When there was thunder and lightning, I slept so well when it was stormy. Just loved it. Do really miss it. Like I said, we rarely, probably less than, I've lived out here now for 22, no, I lived out now for 20 years. Lived out here for 20 years. There have probably been a total of 5 storms. And when I say the word storms, I'm being very kind in using it. These were not really storms. Not storms like I grew up with. Not serious rain, thunder, lightning storms. But for Northern California, you would consider them storms. It's kind of pathetic, really. But, you know, it's just different climate out here. different things. They don't have fireflies out here, at least not in most places. So I grew up with fireflies. None of those out here. I'm far away from California. I'm not telling you my state because that's fine. You don't have to tell me anything. Not a problem. I understand that. I do not blame anybody for not saying where they are. But yeah, no fireflies. Not even really a lot of crickets, to be honest. I mean, I used to remember hearing crickets all the time. I don't really hear them out here either. It's kind of strange. Owls, which there were owls when I was younger. We still have, there are owls out here. Again, not often, but every here and there, I'll hear a screech of an owl somewhere. One time, I'm pretty sure I saw one. Pretty sure. It was dark, so I couldn't say 100%, but it sure looked like there was a big owl perched on the power line, which was neat because, you know, I mean, even when I was younger, owls. Oh, no bats either. At least no bats commonly. I remember when I was younger, we used to have bats that would fly overhead. Not a ton of them, but they would be around, and you could throw like a rock up in the air, and you would see the bats, because of course they use echolocation. You would see the bats kind of angle at the rocks. You'd see them dip down, and they would realize what they were. They wouldn't actually eat them. They would understand that it wasn't an animal pretty quick, and then you'd see them just go back up. But you could actually make them dip down. You would see the bats would kind of swoop a little bit, and then they would just shoot back up. Pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah, anything you would throw up in the air, they would at least check out to see if it might be, I assume, like a small bird or something that they eat. And then when they realized, oh no, it's just some idiot throwing a rock, they would just lose interest and go away. So no bats. Yeah. It's different stuff. But then again, in New York, I don't remember ever seeing trees as big as this. Fireflies and tons of bats. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I remember them from when I was younger. And, you know, when I was all those years ago, I never really even thought about the fact that, oh, I might live somewhere where there's not these creatures. So I didn't really think about them all that much. I noticed that they were around, but I didn't really go, oh yeah, someday I may not see any bats anymore or whatever. So didn't think about it. Didn't really occur to me. Just was like, oh yeah, bats. Okay. Well, thunderstorms, yeah, sure. You just kind of assume everywhere has the same stuff. But that is not the case. Okay, I like those lines. I like those lines. That looks good. I like it. Gives it some texture. Makes it look like it's something organic there. Kind of like that. I don't know if I'm going to do that for... Geez, should I do that for the nose bone? Maybe I should. You know what? I think I will. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the small lines in there. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of those. Whoops, not those though. Let's get rid of all this. And let's go with those kind of topographical lines. I think those are going to look better. I can put them on the same line. Yeah, I have no problem with bats. They're alright. I wouldn't say I love bats. But I don't mind them. I don't have any problem with them. Some of them are neater looking than others. I think, you know, I'm not afraid of them. I know some people who are really terrified of bats. Can't say I've ever had any real fear of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I was in a room and there were a ton of them screeching and flying around, I probably wouldn't be exactly thrilled. But I wouldn't be afraid of them. But yeah, I'm not really afraid of spiders either. I know people who are deathly afraid of spiders. I wouldn't say I'm deathly afraid of them. Again, I don't seek out their company. I'll say that. I wouldn't call myself... I know people who really dig spiders. I'm not one of those people. But I don't have a real fear of them either. They're just, you know, another animal in the animal kingdom. That's it. They do serve a function. They eat bugs. So in that way, I'm glad they're around. You do need them. Something's got to eat all those other things. There are way worse bugs than spiders. But like I said, would I pick one up and have it in my hand? Probably not. I won't pretend that I would. I don't think I would do that, but I don't, seek out killing them or anything either. I think they're fine. They just do what they do. And most of the time, it's not like I've ever, this is another thing. It's not like spiders exactly come off as threatening. They're certainly not like hippos or moose and stuff like that, where those things will just come at you for no reason. Even deer, to be honest, sometimes male deer will get angry and they'll run at you. I remember my father was coming home one night and a deer just rammed his truck for no reason. I'm not afraid of any animal other than being face to face to a bear. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, needles. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm getting 2 shots tomorrow. So, not overly thrilled about it, but it's okay. I've gotten better about it, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it. Although I've been lucky. Hold on, there's something on the screen. I could swear I felt something. This is the tip of my Apple Pencil starting to dull a little bit. Oh, you know what? I think it is that. I think the tip of the Apple Pencil needs to be replaced. Well, that's easy enough. I have the other tips. I can do that later. When I was younger, I had an ingrown toenail of all things that was actually they had to cut part of it off, and they had to cut it where you couldn't do it without it hurting a lot. They had to cut like into the toe. I'm not trying to make this a gross medical thing, but the needle they had to give me for that, for the Novacare, for the painkiller for that. Whoa, that is the most painful thing I have ever had by far. That needle was in my toe for a good, and I'm not exaggerating, I want to say it was in my toe for a good 6 to 10 minutes because they had to put a lot of Novocaine into my toe so that I wouldn't feel what they were doing. That needle was in my toe for a while, and it was strange because it would be cold and then it would be really hot. It was the weirdest thing. I've never had any kind of shot for the rest of my life that was anywhere near that as far as how it felt. It was such an odd sensation, and it didn't feel good. Can't say it felt good. It didn't. But I didn't feel anything they did to my toe, so it did the job. And they basically, I don't know if it was acid, but they did something to chemically burn the inside of my left toe, my left big toe, so that I couldn't get another ingrown toenail. So I'm sure that's why they needed all the Novocaine, is because they were basically burning the toe. The hot is when the liquid is going. Okay, well, it seemed to alternate. Hello, Artificial. How you doing? By the way, do me a favor. I meant to message you about this. Send me the tracking number for that Blu-ray, because I still haven't found it. But I have a hunch I know where it is. But I'll verify that. I just want to check with the tracking number. Whatever. No rush. Thank you for stopping by. Although oh, geez, it's an hour and 3 minutes. Wow, I meant to be done by now. Okay, well, I'm going to finish what I'm doing here. I did not intend to go for this long. I just noticed, I'm like, the iPad seems awfully hot. That would be why. Because I went way longer than I intended to. I always feel bad when people show up and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be on this stream in like 5 minutes, so sorry. Not doing it on purpose. Just the way it works out sometimes. But yeah, that shot was something. Like I said, it did what it was supposed to do, so I really, in the long run, can't complain. I did not feel anything they did to my toe. That was a bad... I was on a trip with, I want to say it was my grandparents. I think it was. Up to Canada, of all places. This is a long, long time ago. And again, it was an ingrown toenail. And what happened was one morning I got up. Oh, there you go. Good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. They do the cold spray, which is kind of that Novocaine spray. They do that for the minor stuff. This was not that minor. So anyway, I had this ingrown toenail, and I knew that my toe wasn't feeling great, but I kind of ignored it because I was young, and I was like, oh, well, whatever. It's not going to be that bad. And then one morning I went to get up, and I fell down because my toe had I had like a bolt of pain shoot up my leg. And then so we had to come back. We had to come back down to the States. Like, we had to leave because I couldn't walk. And then when they looked at it, they said, yeah, you're very lucky because what this was starting to do was become blood poisoning. And blood poisoning is bad. I found that out. That's essentially when you start getting like toxicity in your blood, like sepsis almost. So they said, yeah, you were probably a couple of days away from that becoming a hospitalized situation. So got lucky, and that's why Richard. Okay, I know where that is. I'll find it. I will locate that. Thank you. So yeah, I got very fortunate with that because they got me. The background music is actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the credit right there. White Bat Audio, the person's name, it's an artist named Carl Casey, who gives most of their music away for free and lets you use it on anything. So if you go to Bandcamp, that artist, White Bat Audio, has a ton of music. It's all over the place. If you look, you'll see Carl Casey or White Bat Audio on tons of YouTube channels. Because the music is free as long as you give credit, which, there it is. I should make that like bigger on that Walkman. I probably should make that a bigger thing. So thank you, but I can take no credit for it. It's not mine. I just found somebody who was being very generous with their music. Okay, well, we are now almost at an hour and 10 minutes, and the iPad is getting noticeably warm where the CPU clearly is located. I can feel it just by putting my hand. You can tell there's a warm spot. Oh, whoops. I just accidentally undid things. But you know what? This is a good place to stop. This is getting... hello, Chippy. I assume it's supposed to be delicious. Welcome. I'm sorry I'm about to end the stream because you just showed up, so I feel bad. But I've been going for a little while now, and... Oh, sorry, my screen froze. Of course, it's... Oh, whoa! It hasn't done that before. Hold on a minute. There we go. It'll come back for me to end it. Give me a second. Okay, hold on. It'll come back and you'll see it. There we go. Yeah, I think the iPad gets a little annoyed after a while. So, actually, let me see. This might be... Will this make it easier to see, or is this going to make it off-center? Yeah, that's not easier, I don't think. I think it's just as good to leave it like that. So, yep. I think this is almost done. I probably will do this again on the next stream, and I would guess I'll probably finish it, and then we'll move on to the next one. So, oh, Chippy, that's fine. Don't apologize. And by the way, I put these, since you're new here, I put all these on the YouTube channel after the fact. So I take all these and I put them up as their own separate things a little while later. So if you go, as you can see, it's the same name across the top. If you go to the YouTube channel, either this one or I'm assuming that you came to it from... Well, I don't know which one. I've got it on 2 different channels. So whichever one you came there, you should see the past streams where I do all different stuff. But that's fine. Listen, you show up when you can show up. I know not everybody is on the same time zone and all that stuff. So don't apologize. It's fine. I'm amazed anybody shows up. So thank you for showing up at all. Do not apologize. It's fine. But the thing is, the iPad does heat up. So I typically stick to around an hour, and plus my hand will start to cramp if I go much further. So I'm going to do that to bring my little thing back up, because that's what I do when I'm ending a stream. So thank you for being here at all. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, the past stuff is all on the actual channel. It's a little bit behind because I don't post them instantly. And that way you can kind of see the older stuff and get caught up. But yeah, that's fine. Whenever you can be here, I appreciate it. I really do. So thank you for showing up at all. Seriously, thank you. On that note, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. go try to do something creative because it's good for your mind, your body, and your soul. Again, you can see archives of the older streams on the YouTube channel, whatever one you're here. Twitch erases them, so you would have to either go to Ozone Art Foundry. That's the one I would say go to, because Twitch just erases them. So, unless you pay, which I have these YouTube channels, so I really don't need to pay Twitch. But if that's how you're seeing it, great. That's why I like to have all these different channels. And on that note, thank you for stopping by. Again, have a great weekend. And until the next stream, hope you're all doing well, and take care.